Good morning, students. Today I am going to teach you lesson number 13, lesson number 9. Where does lesson number 9, where does water come from? Where does water come from? Now all of them say, choose the right answer and next to the proper. So what do you drink water from? What do you drink water from means what's here? We use steel, we use a container, copper. We also use a water bottle, a plastic water bottle. So we use for drinking water. So what is this drinking water or stored in? What is this drinking water stored in? Where we store in water? We store this water in a big plastic bottle, in a steel container, in a mud made by the bucket. We store all this water in a jug. So where do we think this stored drinking water come from? Where do you think this stored drinking water come from? All these containers store in the water in a dam on a strong built wall in a river to the block water to draw underground water. So look here student here. Here it is a picture. This is a well, dam, hand pump. Water is a store, rain river. So look here, river means where all does this water come from the rain that we get? From where does all this water come from? From where does all the water come from? Water is come from the rain that we get come from the rain. So rivulet. See look here. Rivulet means a small area. R-I-V-U-L-E-T. R-I-V-U-L-E-t. Rivulet means a small river. Stream, a very small river. S-T-R-E-A-M. S-T-R-E-A-M. Stream, a very small river. Stream means a still smaller than the rivulet. Lake, a body of water surrounded by land. Lake, L-A-K-E, a body of water surrounded by land. River, R-I-V-E-R, a long white natural stream of flowing water. A long white natural stream of flowing water. Block means to stop. Block means to stop. So look here. When it rains, some water flows over the ground, giving rise to the rivulet, streams and river. And many rivers join together to flow the river. This is how the river is formed. Some water collects in a low-lying area. Some water collects in a low-lying area means what? The area which is lower than the ground. The area means which is lower than the ground, in the ground level, and some water collect to the low-lying area is called a lake. And this is a form. How the lakes are formed. Then, why do we block the water by building in a river? Why do we block the water by build dam in the river? Why? A flowing river is sometimes blocked by building a wall. This is called a dam. That means this is a strong wall is built in the river to block the water. Means what? See here, a flowing river is sometimes blocked by building a wall. And this is called a dam. That means what? A strong wall is built in the river to block the water. And when it doesn't rain, the water from the dam can be used. When it doesn't rain, the water can be used from the dam. And during summer season, we always experience shortage of water. And we can use this water for drinking, because during summer season in some there is no rain. So what we do? We store the water to use it. So sip means what? To pass slowly through a small opening. Sip means to pass slowly through a small openings or cracks. Drill. A drill means what? A full of machine. Drill. Have you seen a drill machine? Whatever, when we used to put something, we put a drilling machine to put a hole in the wall. So a full of machine with a rotating cutting tip used for making hole. It is used for making hole. Drill machine have you used, I think, because if you want to use to put a frame in a house. So what we do? We do take a drill machine and we put a hole so that we can put the frame of the photo. So reservoir means what? A large container or a lake that is natural or man-made, where the water is collected and stored, especially for the use of a city. Creek means a narrow inlet of water. Creek means a narrow inlet of water. Then what is this thing? Numerous means what? Numerous means many. So some rainwater seeps into the ground to obtain the water, and we dig well. This water can also be taken out by using hand pumps and the bore wells. A bore well is a deep narrow hole and drill into the ground, from which water is drawn to a pipe and pump. Then spring. What is a spring? Sometimes water in the grounds come out in the form of spring. Some water in the grounds come out in the form of spring. So rain seeps in the digs, cracks or soil, even under the ground. See here. So rainwater seeps into the ground, and it seeps into the ground through the cracks in the soils and rocks. Even under the ground, it flows from a higher level to the lower levels. This groundwater comes out on the ground in some places. This is what we call a spring. This is called a spring. So some sources of water even form naturally. However, places like wells and dams are man-made. So, which are the natural sources? River, lakes, streams, springs are the natural sources. Which are the natural sources? River, lakes, springs and streams are natural sources. So, if the rainfall decreases, the water and stored in these places also decreases. It also decreases. So look here, student. Water bodies. Flowing water and stored water. Flowing water and store of water are example of water bodies. For spring, streams, river, lakes and reservoirs, creeks, seas and oceans are all our water bodies. This is all our water bodies. If rainfall decreases, the water and stored in these places also decreases. It also decreases. So this much I am going to teach you today. Further I am going to continue next day. So thank you. Read this lesson, students.